there are a lot of collectors we've gotten to know over the last few years, who keep coming back to the gallery, who are excited to see what our artists are up to, and who eventually, hopefully, will create meaningful collections that will go into institutions or will go, from one generation to the next, or, will find a place in history in the future, basically. Sorry.
And why is that important?
People have issues with this, but ultimately the fact is that the way the art world works just now is your legacy is kind of preserved through institutions or from one generation to the next, right? And this is a very basic, it's a very basic premise on which the art world functions today. There are a lot of questions of who should be allowed to have museums, how should museums be allowed to function, and those are all kind of not separate questions, but those are questions that exist in parallel to what we do.
Yeah. But are you biased?
And then the third...
I'm sorry. I was going to ask you, are you biased if you had two clients, one was an institutional buyer, collector, and the other was, let's say, someone like me, a nobody? You'd obviously... Is it just the sale? Or why I'm asking you why is it important is because why is it important? Why is institutional...
But when you say so my thing is, when you say I'm just a buyer, like, very honestly, no one is just a buyer. I think eventually everyone wants to see the artwork on their wall also have a legacy. So I think I don't think it's just the sale or it's just the institution. I think it's a happy medium where there are works that go into private collections, but there are also works that go into institutions. So
that's true.
I'll keep a healthy balance, and also there's a very kind of clear, I don't know if you've been to the gallery, but there's a very kind of clear mandate that if you walk into TARQ, someone should come downstairs, greet you, and offer to show you around the exhibition. You should not feel alone when you enter the gallery.
That's nice.
And that also comes from a place of several conversations that we've been having with people, being like, someone who's unfamiliar with the art world will come up and say, who do you all think you all are? We have so much money and the gallerists don't give us the time of day. Like, what do you mean this? And I'm like, actually, maybe in the past it was true that gatekeeping was required and things like that. But I think with my generation, with our generation, I think it's important to include as many people as possible and have as many conversations as possible so that you don't lose out on a generation of new collectors, right?
Yeah, that's true. You are also, by the way, side topic, you have 15K followers on Instagram. I think one of the largest.
You're like, the gallery has close to 19 now.
Oh, 19.
We work very hard on it.
I just saw it a few weeks back. It was 15. Oh, lovely. What is happening? Are you secretly paying? Is this organic?
No.
I'm just asking.
I mean, it's all organic. We do pay for ads because advertising. Before Instagram, we used to actually pay for print advertisements.
Oh.
We still pay for some, especially to support publications that we can support. But when we stopped paying for print ads and started paying for digital ads, the spend actually came down by like 10x.
Oh, wow.
Basically, it's 10x less than